couch, dogs, me, guitar lessons. Hey there, LickNRiffers, how are you doing? Welcome to another full fingerstyle arrangement lesson right here on LickNRiff. In this video, we're gonna have tons of fun because we're gonna learn Girls Just Wanna Have Fun. It's one of the best arrangements I've ever made, in my opinion. You'll be the judge of that. I'm gonna play it for you in a second so you can see and hear how it goes, and then we're gonna break it down lick by lick with tabs right here on the screen. I'm gonna show you exactly how to play this. This is gonna be awesome. It goes like this. Enjoy. How cool is that, right? The only reason that the arrangement came out so well is because the song itself is the embodiment of what it's talking about. It's a fun song. So the secret to the arrangement is that we're detuning the A string down to G. Okay, it's a G note now. The fifth string becomes a G bass. You can call this tuning drop G. And that enables us to play all around the neck using a full G harmony. So we can get high notes, including a low G bass note. So that's actually the secret to the arrangement. So tune the fifth string down to G and let's start. You start the intro with the D shape on 7. This is a G chord. So you have a G bass on the fifth string. So you play strings 1, 2, 3, and 5. Okay, 1, 2, 3 on 7, 8, 7. And you hammer on 5 on the E string. Then just the D shape. So, okay? Then you can do 5 on the E string and then back to the G chord, or you can do a D chord, which is 5, 7, 7 on strings 1, 2, and 3. So, okay? And then when you go back to G, you play the bass again. Okay? And then again. And then D again with the D bass, with the D string. So, okay, it's already a lot of fun. It gets you into the mood straight away. It's an ingenious song, really. One of the better lyric music fit, in my opinion. So. And then you do the same first lick, but with E minor. Now this turns into E minor 7 if you play it with the 6th string. So there's no need to change anything but your thumb string. So, okay, the 6th string now instead of the 5th. So can you hear the difference? Okay, this is G, it's a happy chord, it's a major chord. And this is E minor 7. It's a slightly less happy chord, but it's still very rich. So minor 7, E minor 7, and G, just a bass difference. See what a detuning of one string can do. It's sometimes that simple. So you do the same thing, okay, with the sixth string instead of the fifth, and then again, and then you play C, D. Now C has the same shape as the D chord. It's 3-5-5, but because the fifth string is now G and not A, instead of playing this, you need to take the bass note 2 frets up, so you have 5 on the fifth string, so it's this shape. Okay, it's 3-5-5 and 5 on the fifth. And then you take this 2 frets up to D. There's no reason to play the D string and confuse your thumb if you can play the same string. Okay? No reason to overcomplicate things. This is the same note as this now. So this is the intro. So again, G, and then D, then E minor 7, just the sixth string instead of the fifth, then C, D, and then you start with G again, the verse. You start. Okay? It's the bass, the fifth string, and the chord 4 times. Okay? And then 4 more times. Okay? Again, simplicity. Okay? Then you have, okay, it's 7 again. You can play the chord again. And then strings 1, 2, and 3 with the open 6th string. This is E minor with 12 on the E string. Again, simple. Then you have this. Okay? I'll play it without the harmony. Okay? Everything on the E string. 12, then 7, 7. 3, 3, 3, okay, or just 3, 3, you don't have to follow the lyrics verbatim. Then 3, 5 slide to 7, and then 5 pull off to 3. Everything with the open 2nd, 3rd, and 6th strings as your E minor harmony. Okay? Then you have another C chord, and this time you do have to put the barred shape on. Just bar 8 and put 9 on the 3rd string. And make sure you're only playing strings 1, 2, 3, and 6. Okay, because if you're gonna play the 5th string, it's gonna sound weird. Okay, it's gonna sound like a jazz chord. Okay? Okay? So the melody is 10s on the E string, so just add 10 with your pinky. So then the bar on the E string, it's 8, and then 12, 12 on the 2nd string. Then okay, it's 8, 10, 10 on the E string, and you can harmonize with the rest of the chord strings 2 and 3 when you're playing the E string, 3rd string when you're playing the B string. So, okay, and then you have this. Okay, it's 7, 7 into E minor again. Okay, open strings. Then you have D. Okay, so it's the same shape you got used to at the beginning. 5, 7, 7 with the open D string. Okay, so it's 5 first and then the whole chord. Then 8, 7 with your pinky on the 2nd string. So you can harmonize with 7 on the 3rd. So, okay, so then you have C again. So it's 3 on the E string, giving you time to put the bass note on. So, right? Because it comes after the note, it's a syncopation. Okay, so I play E string, 5th string, strings 2 and 3. Okay, and the note there is the 5 on the 3rd string. It's okay, this is the right note, the melody note, but no harm in harmonizing. How come I haven't thought of that pun for 6 years? No harm in harmonizing. Learn something new every day. So, and then again, okay, the same E minor D line, then back to the intro. Right? Because this, the 8 on the 2nd string is your note, the last note of the verse, the word fun. So, okay, so you have the right note with the forgot the word, with the riff. It's in the channel name, for God's sake. The riff, the lick. Okay? What's going on? Focus, focus. All right. Deep breath, ADHD, and verse. G. E minor. Okay, just a solo on the E string. C. Or C add 9 if you want to get technical. E minor. D. C. E minor, D, and back to the intro. And now you play the verse again. And then after the verse, you have 3 interludes. And this is where the real brilliant part of this whole song comes into play, because where else do you find 3 different interludes? It's not that common. So now the real fun begins, because you start with this. Okay? And without the harmony. Okay? And then you do it with E minor again. So it's G, bass. Strings 2 and 3 open, because it's in the G chord, and it's 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, pull off to 8, slide to 10. Okay, this. Okay, so, and then, again on the E string, 8 pull off to 7, 5 pull off to 3, 5 slide to 7. Okay, so, then with the 6th string. Then you go back to this C shape and you play this. Okay? It's C to D again, so it's 10, 8, 8 on the E string with C. Then 12, 12 on the 2nd string, still on C, and then 10 and 11 twice on strings 2 and 3 into D. So you play the D bass on the 2nd iteration. So and then you play the girls just wanna have fun line. Okay, the ending of the verse from E minor to D, C, from E minor to D. And that's the first interlude. G, E minor, and then C, D, and then, right, the girls just want to have fun line. But then after you do girls just wanna have, you don't end on the intro, okay? You go to the 2nd interlude. It's okay. Got confused with the previous interlude for a second there. So it's G with 3 and 3 on strings 1 and 2, and you play. Okay, it's strings 1, 2, 1, both on 3. So I suggest staccato here, not legato, just staccato with silences between the notes. It's easily done. You just stop pressing. Okay, just stop pressing the string. So, and then it's not D. It's 3, 3, 2 on the E string, still on G. So, okay, and I play 2 bass notes in between. Okay, it's bass chord. Just my method of keeping the rhythm going. Bass chord. Okay, and then E minor. 1, 2, 3, and 6. Then, okay, now you can play strings 2 and 1, but if you can solo it, why not? Okay, slide from 2 to 4 on the 3rd string, 5 on the 2nd string. So, and then it's the open E string twice. You can harmonize with strings 2 and 3, and then you can play D. So, yeah, you can play a D chord. Then you repeat this. Okay? And then you have the 3rd interlude. Just wanna. So this is my favorite part of the whole arrangement. Don't know why, it's just a lot of fun. Obviously, and then okay, you need the CD there at the end. It's a little bit uncomfortable. So it's basically the same 2 notes throughout. It's 8 and 10 on strings 2 and 1, and it's the G bass, and you play strings 2, 1, 1, 2, and then again. Then slide from 10 to 12 on the 2nd string. Then you do the same thing with E minor. But when you play 10 the 2nd time around, okay, you play 8 on the 6th string, so use your thumb. Okay, for 10, for C with 10. And then with the last 8, you play D. And then 10 slide to 12. So you have G, E minor, C, D. Okay, got it? And then you do G again, and then E minor again, and then you do Girls Just Wanna Have Fun with C and D. And then you go back to the intro to finish. So the C here is 8 on the 6th string with 7 on the E string. Okay, you can do 8 on the 2nd string if you like. Okay? Okay? Also the open 3rd string if you want. Okay? And then you have the normal D line there, the shape, and then 8, 7 on the 2nd string. Then you have the intro, and I like to finish it like this. Okay? When I finish the intro, I don't play D, I play D over G. And this creates a great ending chord, D over G. So once again, the 3rd interlude. G, E minor, C, D, then G again, E minor, C, D, intro. with the open 5th string. And that's girls just want to have fun. So before you go download the tab from the website, the link is below in the description. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. What are you waiting for? There's a ton of lessons here arranged by level and difficulty. Just check the playlists, everything will be clear and easier to navigate. So subscribe and go download the tab from the website. The link is below in the description, as I said before, and it's for free. Everything is for free here on LickNRiff, the lessons, the tabs, everything. And if you want to give something back anyway, there's a large blue donation button right above the tab. You can miss it. It's blue, it's oval, it's shiny, pixely, and it says donate, and everything goes right back into LickNRiff, into making the lessons, into your guitar education. So I thank you in advance for any donation you choose to make. Thank you very much for watching. Go have fun with this. I'll see you later in the next lesson.